My name is Tori, and this is a quadratic formula. And to solve a quadratic formula, you will be given an example that looks like this, and then to check your answer, you will solve it with this equation. And now I'm going to pass the microphone off to Danny, where he's going to start the first problem.
Hey, this is Danny, and here's our first example. Here in the example, a equals 2, b equals 3, and c equals 1. And here we already have written out the quadratic formula for this example. And so all we have to do is simplify everything until we figure out what x equals. So now we bring it over here. The -3 doesn't change until we have everything in the square root right here already simplified. So -3 plus minus stays there, and then the square root, and then 3 squared is 9, and then 4 times 2 times 1 is 8, so -8. So now we have, oh yeah, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So now we have x equals -3 plus minus the square root of 9 minus 8 divided by 4. So now all you have to do here is 9 minus 8, which is 1. So we can basically just get rid of that, put 1 here. And then now we have this right here, which is basically just bringing us into solving what the equation actually is. So now it's, since the plus minus right here, it means it's plus or minus, either one. So over here we have one with minus and one with plus. So there's two solutions to this one formula. And now here, this one is -1. So here x equals -1. And this one is -1/2. And then so now we have this solved, but we're not done yet because we still need to check our answers. So over here, this is how you would solve it. What this is, Tori already explained. This is the ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And we just took the numbers that we already have up here and plugged them in for each x. So right here, we'll start with this one right here. So we'll do -1 to -1 to the power of 2, which is just 1, and 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times -1 is -3, and then bring down the 1 equals 0. Now 2 plus -3, -1, bring down everything else, and now 0 equals 0. So that's how you know that the equation works for x equals -1. Now we have to do x equals -1/2 on the other side. So here, first we start off with -1/2 squared, which is 1/4, and so 2 times 1/4 is 1/2. Now 3 times -1/2 is -1.5 plus 1 equals 0. Now we just keep simplifying. So 1/2 minus 1 1/2 equals -1 plus 1 equals 0. And so that simplifies to 0 equals 0. So for this example, everything worked out. Now I'm going to pass it back to Tori so she can do the next example.
Again, this is Tori, and I'll be finishing this problem. First, you have to simplify all of this. So you do x equals -9 plus minus the square root of 81 minus 56 over 2. 81 minus 56 is 25, so you write x equals -9 plus negative the square root of 25 over 2. After you do this, you do the positive or negative square root of 25, which is 5. So since the square root of 25 is 5 and it's got the plus or minus symbol, you have these two expressions, and this one equals -7 and this one equals -2. This is the equation that we used before to check the other one, so we're just going to go through and simplify this. So it's 1 times -7 is -7. -7 squared is 49. Plus 9 times -7 is -63. Plus 14 equals 0. 49 plus -63 is -14. Plus 14 equals 0, and then -14 plus 14 is 0. 1 times -2 is -2, and -2 squared is 4. Plus 9 times -2 is -18. Plus 14 equals 0. 4 plus -18 is -14. Plus 14 equals 0, and -14 plus 14 equals 0.
And this was S.A.T's 9.5 solving quadratic equations by the quadratic formula. There's a lot of quadratic in this, I don't know.